Koach. Gemara tells us in Shabbos that although at the time of the sin of the Eitz Hadas with Adam and Chava, in addition to eating the fruit of the tree of knowledge, which was Tov Ra, it's Bo Nochash Vita Bo Zuma. The Nochash, which represented a personification of evil, had infused Chava with a spiritual pollution, which affected all mankind. At Sinai, because we were exposed to such an intense level of Kedusha, Hashem's presence, the Gemara tells us, Poskazu Moson, that Zuama, the spiritual pollution which was part of us, became vaporized. Although after the Chet HaEgel, we reverted back to post-sin, but the Zuama, the impurity of the snake, did not come back. And because of that, we have relevance to certain levels, many levels of Kedusha and spirituality, which the non-Jew does not have. The non-Jew still possesses the Zuama, the impurity, the spiritual pollution of the snake, of the serpent, of the Gan Eden. We find that a non-Jew is only obligated in Shev Mitzvah Bnei Noach. And as the Maral explains, all the Shev Mitzvah Bnei Noach are negative commandments except for Mishpatim, which is only to establish a judicial system to guarantee that they don't violate the negative commandments. A non-Jew has no relevance to spiritual growth. He cannot advance himself beyond his own level of spirituality he's endowed with. And that's why every one of the Shev Mitzvah Bnei Noach is don't. Don't means do not diminish yourself. Retain the status that you were given. By Klal Yisrael, we have Ramach Mitzvah Saseh. These are all advancements. A Jew could advance himself spiritually. Not only that, we have Ramach, we have Shasa Mitzvah Lo Saseh, we have 365 negative commandments. That means there's so many nuances and areas of our lives that are dictated by Lo Saseh, which is not the case. Also, it's a diminishment. It's a diminishment, it will be a diminishment of our spirituality in 365 different areas in terms of Klal Yisrael's totality. Why do we have so many levels of choice and the non-Jew doesn't? Because again, because we no longer have those conflicts as a result of the Nochash, of the Zuama, therefore we have greater relevance and greater clarity and control that we're able to make those decisions and have Bechira, free choice, in areas which the non-Jew does not have free choice in those areas. But the area which he has free choice, he was given free choice, limited to his own capacity, which he has Zuama, which he has the spiritual pollution. So Rechaim HaKodesh writes in this week's Parsha, what is the value of a losas, of a negative commandment? He says it's to heal Tachlui HaNefesh. Those are the words of Rechaim HaKodesh. The illness of the Nefesh, which is ill as a result of the Chet of Adam Rishon, by weaning ourselves from the negative commandments, this allows the Nefesh to recover, to rehabilitate itself. It's like a withdrawal. A person has a foreign substance himself. When he stops, there's a withdrawal, there's a natural healing process which takes place. So the Losa said, don't do whatever they may be in 365 various areas. By removing ourselves, that allows the body to recover, the nefesh to recover. That's the life source of the Jew to recover. What's the mitzvah say? That's Kedei Lahoyer. That's to create illumination. He says, even though you may recover, but originally Adam Rishon, he radiated. That was spiritual illumination. From where does the spiritual illumination come from? That's the mitzvah say. That's the do mitzvah. That's the advancement. There was spiritualizing ourselves by engaging in the mitzvah. That's Asher Kiddushonu mitzvah. We've been sanctified. That's the sanctifications through the mitzvah. This advances us and this causes the illumination. And he says, and that's what Shlomo says in Mishlei, Ki ner mitzvah Torah or. The mitzvah is the ner and the Torah is the illumination, and in combination, this brings us to another level of spirituality.